Hey guys, it's time for the blush portion of my declutter, and honestly I have a decent amount of blushes. I counted all the stuff that I have here and it's 53, but I don't know that I'll be getting rid of too much just because I'm kind of really like, I don't know, I'm not that great at getting rid of blush just because I like having my selection. Also, if you notice, the angle might be a little bit different. It's still pretty much the same, but it might be a little bit different. That's because I do have a tripod now. Actually, I think I'm at 54 because I don't think I counted this one that was next to me. Anyways, my angle is a little bit different because I do have a tripod and I'm kind of super excited, and I am still kind of learning how to use it and, you know, get the proper angles, but it might change. Probably not for the rest of this declutter since I'm enjoying the angle I have it at right now, but we'll see in the future. So let's kind of jump in. The first thing I'm going to start with is like blush, either blush duos or blush palettes. I also have like cream products as well as, you know, all of my singles. So like I said, we'll just kind of start with this. I have 3 e.l.f. products here. The first quad is the cream blush palette. I am going to pass on this. I don't use cream blushes all that often, and I just don't find myself reaching for this one. So that one is going to be a go. The next one is the blush palette in dark, and honestly, I'm going to give this one up too, just because this is way too dark for my skin tone. I'm not that great with darker blushes. I really prefer kind of understated blushes, so I'm going to pass on that one too. The last e.l.f. Quad I have is in light, but at the same time this is still really dark feeling, and these are gorgeous pigmented blushes, and that's kind of their problem. I look like a clown a lot of the time with blush because for some reason it sticks to my skin and won't blend no matter the blush, and these are just too pigmented, so I'm going to pass on those as well. Next I have this contouring blush and bronzer from e.l.f. Honestly, it's kind of gotten a weird texture on the blush, and the bronzer I just don't care for, so I think I'm actually going to get rid of this one. I'm actually doing semi-decently so far. The next 2 I have are the CoverGirl Instant Cheekbones. I have this in Peach Perfection, which is kind of like corally pinks, and then Plumberry Glow, I believe. I think. It doesn't actually... Oh no, sorry, Purely Plum and Peach Perfection. So yeah, I'm going to keep both of these. I do enjoy them. They each have like a more satin finish blush, a slightly shimmery blush, and then a highlight. So I think I'm going to keep these 2. I do enjoy the formula on them. Next we have this Rimmel by Kate Moss contouring trio, and I've never reached for this. Same goes for the Master Contour by Maybelline. I have them both in the lightest shades they come in. This is 001 Golden Sands, and this is number 10, which is the light to medium, and I don't use these, so I think I'm actually going to pass on them. Next we have a palette I will never give up. This is my Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush palette in Sugar and Spice, and guys, this palette is just amazing. Yes, there are some super pigmented blushes, but I really enjoy these top 2 and this kind of peachy blush down here. And then these 2 like blush topper shades. They are so pigmented and amazing, and I will never give this one up. So that one stays. The last thing I have is the How About Them Apples by The Balm, and this is a cream palette, and everything is still super creamy, and if I ever do want to go with cream products, I think I want to go with these because it is a lip and cheek palette. The packaging is adorable, so I think I'm going to keep that one. Okay, you know, let's kind of get the creams and whatnot over with, because this one is going to be like a semi-hard, but at the same time really easy one to do. So I have a few cream products here and there. And I kind of already know which ones that I'm going to be getting rid of. I will be getting rid of all 3 of these Mega Glow sticks from Wet n Wild. 2 are the makeup sticks. I talked about this formula in my last, my highlight video. I don't know, maybe it's that one. Oh, this one right here, they're both blushes. This one's in the shade Floral Majority. It's just, they're super waxy, and also, sorry, I have a swatch from shopping earlier. It's pretty, but it's super waxy feeling. The caps don't stay on very well. They smell super plasticky, so these are gonna go. This also has that plasticky smell. It's not the exact same formula, I don't think, but this is the cheek and lip tint in Kiss Me If You Can, and I don't reach for these, so they're gonna go. These are my Master Glazes by Face Studio, Maybelline. I have 3 of them. One in the shade Make a Mauve, I don't know. That's a pretty color. I think I'm going to keep it. It's this shade right here. Then I have this one, which is Coral Sheen, which is so gorgeous. So if I'm going to grab like a stick cream product, this would definitely be one. And then the last one I have is like a super light pink, and this is aptly named Just Pinched Pink. So obviously these are super like concentrated swatches, but they do sheer out very nicely, so I'm going to keep those. The next is this NYC Lavatics by Demi Lip and Cheek Tint in the shade Cheeky Berry. You know, I wanted to love this because I wanted it to be kind of like a really pretty lip stain, but I haven't figured out how to get it to work as a really pretty lip stain. I do want to keep it just to try and make it work because I do think it would be a really pretty like lip stain. Next we have some Dream Bouncy Blushes by Maybelline. I am not getting rid of these. I've had these probably a lot longer than I should have, but they still work amazingly and I really enjoy them. I have them in, I think this is Plum Wine, which is like a darker berry color, and then Coffee Cake, which is kind of like a light neutral color, which is like my favorite kind of blush. Oh, see, look, it really spread just from me moving my hand, and it's probably stained now. The next I have is this Revlon cream blush in Flushed, and I think I'm going to pass on this one. I just don't use it. And I'm sure I have something in the other palettes that I could use. The last thing are these cheeky tints from Hard Candy. I have the tiny like dollar size ones. They don't have names on them as far as colors go, which is kind of a bummer. You know what? I haven't even opened these. Let's see. That one's not open. Is this one open? This one is open. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I really like the texture of these. They kind of remind me of the e.l.f. Well, no, actually, these are much sheerer. I was going to say the e.l.f. HD blushes, but those are like super pigmented, although these are pretty darn pigmented too. And I think I'm just going to pass on these. I'm not a big fan of cream blushes or like cream products as far as face goes, other than, you know, foundation and whatnot. And oh my gosh, these are staining my hand so badly. Okay, yeah, see, super stained hand now. Moving on. Okay, let's scooch some of these over now. You'll see, like, once I like a formula of blush, I tend to go after it. So this is where it's going to get, like, super difficult for me because I know that a lot of this I'm not going to be able to get rid of. Like, for example, I don't know that I'll be getting rid of any of my Wet n Wild blushes just because I do enjoy them so much. But, you know, we'll see where things take us. So the first things first, things I know I'm going to get rid of is I'm going to get rid of all 3 of my NYX blushes just because I don't use them. I have them in the shades Peach, Pinched, and then this is one of their Mosaic powders in the shade Paradise. First off, Pinched, the glass is, or the plastic is broken, and so is the case itself. So honestly, I don't grab for these, so I know I'm going to get rid of them. Things I know I'm going to keep. My two rose blushes, or I guess, yeah, the two rose blushes I have from Milani. I really enjoy these. I have them in the shade Romantic Rose and then Tea Rose. These are really gorgeous kind of neutral blushes. Tea Rose is a little bit more corally, but I know I'm going to keep those because I really love them. Okay, next we have the True Blend blushes from CoverGirl, and I have them in the shade, CoverGirl, why do you do this to me? Deep Mauve, yeah, Deep Mauve. I'm going to get rid of this just because it's so dark and it's just really doesn't suit my skin tone. My finger is so stained, like, it's not coming off, guys. And this one is in medium rose, so let's see. Ooh, that one's super pretty. I don't play around with these as often as I should, so I'm going to keep this one to give it a shot. I'm keeping all of my Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes because I love these. I have 4 of the new formula and 2 of the like original, I think, formula, and I don't want to get rid of any of them. They're all so pretty, and I just really, really enjoy these. So I'm going to keep those. Same goes for the Wet n Wild Ombre blushes. These aren't necessarily great as blushes, but they're great as blush toppers. So I'm going to keep those. I have all 3, which is My Thai by You Would Drink, In a Purple Haze, and the Princess Daiquiris. So I'm going to keep those. And then the last Wet n Wild thing I have is one of their shimmer palettes in the shade To Reflect. This, I think, is also a bit of a blush topper on me just because it's so shimmery. So I kind of want to play with that a little bit more before saying, you know, a definitive, you know, if I like it or if I don't like it kind of situation. Next, I have another CoverGirl blush. This one is in Plumberry Glow, I believe. Yeah, this one is in Plumberry Glow. Can't talk. This one I will be keeping. It's a gorgeous plum, like, darker mauve color, which, like I said, I'm not that great with these, but I do really like this color, so I'm going to keep it. I think as far as my 4 e.l.f. blushes go, I have Blushing Rose, which is, oh my god, these are so soft. But it's so dark. The one that I used to use all the time was Mellow Mauve. However, if like you look closely, you can see it's broken. So that one is obviously going to go. This one is Fuchsia Fusion, and it's, you know, honestly, I don't see myself using these. So I think I'm going to pass them along. Next, I have 4 Milani blushes here. I have Rose d'Oro, Berry Amore, Bella Rosa, and Luminoso. And I think I'm going to keep all 4 of these just because I love the finish on them. Next, I have this Physicians Formula blush, and you know, it's pretty, but I haven't really given it a fair shot, so I think I'm actually going to keep it. This is their Happy Booster blush in Rose, and guys, this packaging is just gorgeous. Next, I have a Catrice Illuminating Blush, and this is just a kind of really pretty neutral color. This is in the shade I Am Nuts About You, so I think I'm going to keep this one and play around with it a little bit more. I have 2 Tarte blushes, and I would love to get more. These are the Amazonian Clay blushes in Celebrated and Unstoppable. I really enjoy these. These are kind of a constant in use product, even if they're not in my everyday drawer. I find myself gravitating towards them like constantly. So I'm definitely keeping these. And then the Almay Smart Shade blush in the shade Pink. I really haven't worked with this too much, so I think I'm gonna keep that one as well and give that one a fair chance. So I guess let's kind of pull out what I'm not keeping. and we'll count those and kind of compare it to what I'm getting rid of. I actually, you know, I got rid of a lot more than I thought I would, so I'm kind of proud of myself for it. I really didn't think I'd be able to do that, like, just because I really enjoy blush, but I feel like I was pretty cutthroat with my blushes this time, as compared to some of the other videos where I was kind of like, no, I don't think I want to get rid of this. But I kind of am getting into a groove with my decluttering. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 out of the, let's see, what did I say? Of course, my phone. So that is 21 out of 54, which I'm no good at math right now. So I have 33 blushes left, but 21 is actually like a really, really good job for me because I didn't think I'd be able to get rid of as many as I did because I was just really focusing on the ones that I love and looking at those and like, I can't get rid of those. So yeah, this is my blush declutter. I know it was a little bit longer than my last video, I believe, but I hope you guys like it. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. And I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.